Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Big 5-0, the 50th episode of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel, using Pride FC as we're now in the year 2005, as it is Pride 30 fully loaded. Our next event, this is probably the only time we'll be able to have a Pride event and like a WWF pay-per-view event name that lines up the same, so that's some fun stuff there, as we do have like 12 pieces now, 10 pieces to be exact. As well, we'll run through them real quick. So Allen goes, got his jaw broken in the Gwen Ray Jackson fight, which he broke his wrist. A lot of broken pieces in that fight. Luis Santos joins Bucks. Gleison Tebow has extended his deal. Roy Nelson joins Minnesota Martial Arts Academy. Jesus Christ, this Frank Mir extends his deal. So does Allen goes, and so does Mauricio Shogun Hua. We signed Cristiano Marcello, who is going to be in the lightweight division. Yes, he is 14-2 from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Obviously representing Jiu-Jitsu style, 7th lightweight in the world. I don't think he's been ranked yet as far as in Pride FC goes. We could maybe look at that real quick as Takanori Gomez extends his deal. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at it. And let's see if he's on there. There we go. It's lightweight. See if he's... Don't think so. Oh, maybe we should update it. There. Oh my God, he's second. That's wild. Wow. As that is quite the leap, and he's definitely someone that BJ Penn has got to look out for. Let's see where everybody else is. If anything else is changed. Not really. Luis Santos kind of bumped up into the top 10. And looks like middleweight hasn't changed with the update, and I doubt heavyweight has either. Okay, perfect. As, let's get right into Fully Loaded. As it is Matt Hughes and Tetsuji Kato, two men who have quite the history. Tetsuji Kato back in the welterweight Grand Prix, upsetting the fight and shocking the world, locking in a armbar on Matt Hughes from the bottom and winning by submission. Just phenomenal stuff. He would go on to lose to Carlos Newton, but there's still his awesome moment nonetheless. He gets his rematch. Does Matt Hughes, the champion now, has the co-main event, House to Overeem and Ice Cold Igor. This is a crazy fight to be in the co-main, and I mean, Ice Cold Igor, God bless him, the first probably 4 years that we did here in Pride, he was a huge part of it, but recently, he's been on the kind of losing end of things, lost to Big Nog, lost to Fedor, and he now has lost to Frank Sherlock. 3 big fucking names. But at least he beat Dan Henderson, so that's a name he has under his belt. But other than that, it's been a long time. He has beaten Josh Burnett and Kevin Randall and Pedro Hezzo. But other than that, that's when the names that kind of started running up. But we'll see how he does here with Overeem. That's a hell of a test. And that piece of shit, Brad Militich, thanks to his... he wasn't a piece of shit really thought of in 2005, but here in the world of 2021... a major piece of shit in Carlos Newton, the former welterweight champion. Whoever wins this obviously going to take on Matt Hughes or Tetsuji Kato. And I don't know why I keep on running down the card, because we'll run it down here in a bit. So I'm just so excited. This fucking card, there's a lot of stuff I want to see on this card. As, yes, here we go, Matt Hughes and Tetsuji Kato. This is, second defense of the Pride welterweight title. If he is successful, it would set a new record for the belt. They fought once before back at Pride FC Critical Con Town 2004 and 2004. No shit. As Tetsuji Kato, of course, winning by submission. As this is the second time Matt Hughes has main evented a Pride event. They're both world rank fighters in middleweight. Well, that's weird. As Matt Hughes is second and Tetsuji Kato's fifth. Matt Hughes trains at Militich Fighting Systems, which Tetsuji Kato, of course, being 1-0 against other members of that team because he's beaten Matt Hughes before. Matt Hughes has won 4 of his last 5 fights by decision. Obviously, the one being the loss to Tetsuji Kato, and he's going to have a significant weight advantage. 5-2 in the Blurcat staff picks. Rich and Dan backing Tetsuji Kato as the Alistair Demolition Man Overeem taking on Ice Cold Igor. As Overeem has won 3 of his last 5 fights by knockout. Both fighters are world ranked super heavyweights, as Igor's 4th, or as 6th, Jesus, as Overeem is 9th. First time they have fought, Overeem's going to have an 8-inch reach advantage, and he has a big favorite on the betting lines so far for this fight. I mean, yeah, it's kind of crazy how Alistair Overeem, I think he's 8-4. If his record, yes, 8-4, 5-3 in Pride. He's lost to Josh Burnett, lost to Andre Volsky, and lost to Kazuka Fujita. Kind of crazy, but for him, he's been someone that has all the potential in the world. Obviously, he's Alpha's over. He's 25, 6'5" fucking Dutch kickboxer. Of course, he's going to be awesome. But he just has not really beaten as far as a big name yet, I don't think. I mean, as far as the biggest name he's beaten by Marco Hughes. And even then, I mean, Marco Hughes is 44 years old, I think. And it's a little different than when taking on Ice Cold Igor, who's been the former fucking heavyweight champion of the world. As, that's just kind of, the pedigree is there for him. And this is a hell of a test. I mean, 5'8" Ice Cold Igor is going to be punching upwards for sure against Overeem at 6'5". That's going to be a tough fight for Igor. It's Gratian Sensation, Pat Militich taking on the Ronin, Carlos Newton. As Militich, of course, training from Militich Training Systems, which Carlos Newton has an overall record of 0-1 against other members of that team. Newton is 4th in the welterweight division in Pride. Militich is 8th. Pat Militich has won since June of 2003. He's lost 4 straight. If he loses here, it'll be 5. I think because he's a piece of shit, he'll definitely either be cut or sent down the rings if he loses here tonight. Even though it's against Carlos Newton, who's a very tough opponent. Pat Militich, the man that he turns into in 2021, is no man that I want to be a part of my organization. As Militich has a 7-inch reach advantage, he has the Blurcast stat picks 5-2, which Michael and Kevin are backing Carlos Newton. But so it looks like the cards might be in favor for Pat Militich. We'll have to see. His Cro Cop taking on Fabricio Verdum. These two men have faded each other for a long time. Their heat for each other is damn near nuclear at this point. We had to make it happen, even though it makes no goddamn sense, because really, Cro Cop is just, he's in the prime of his fucking career. He's 31 years old. He's 6-1 in Pride. Fabricio Verdum, on the other hand, is 3-3. He's 28 years old. Has not had that great start in Pride. He's 1-3. He just needs to get, more wins under his belt and more kind of tomato cans to beat. Cro Cop's ready to go, and it's just, he has challenged the wrong man, and then Fabricio Verdum, he's challenging Cro Cop, as he's probably going to get knocked the fuck out. But here's the thing, though. You can't count on a man who is a fucking black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu against a kickboxer. If he takes him down to the ground, it's probably going to be all over for Cro Cop. So he's got that going for him. He's got a grappler's chance. As the Crusher, Tetsuya Kawajiri, taking on Shinya Aoki, as Shinya Aoki submitted 4 of his last 5 opponents. Aoki trains at Ani Combat Club, which Kawajiri has an overall record of 0-1 against other members of that team. Kawajiri trains at the Kato Dojo, which Shinya Aoki has an overall record of 0-1 against 1-0 rather against the other members of that team. They're both in the top 10 in the lightweight division in Pride. Aoki's 8th, Kawajiri is 10th. First time they have fought, this is going to be the Pride debut for Tetsuya Kawajiri, as Tetsuya Kawajiri has a Blurcast F picks of 6-1. As Mark J, the lone backer at Shinya Aoki, he's 8-2-1. He's been in the UFC for a hot minute since 2001. Had a pretty overall solid record. He beat Ralph Gracie, beat Joe Hurley, lost to Joe Hurley though, and then he lost to Takanori Gomi, which a lot of people did in the UFC. But and then they had a draw. They had the rubber match and against Joe Hurley, which was a draw. So that's leading to the 8-2-1 record. As we swept him up, and now he's in the lightweight division of Pride FC. And Shinya Aoki, who is 6-1, 1-1 in Pride, he lost in his debut in the lightweight Grand Prix to Gleison Tebow. Split decision. Beat Daisuke Nakamura back in June. Now he's fighting here. He's going to fight 4 times in the year 2005. A wild year for Shinya Aoki. He's getting a lot of fights under his belt. Which is good for him. As the Dean of Mean, Keith Jardine, taking on Ronaldo Sobral. This fight could have been way up on the card. The Dean of Mean, Keith Jardine, has been going on a tear as of late. But I think this is his biggest match to date so far against Ronaldo Sobral. Keith Jardine has finished 4 of his last 5 opponents. They're both world-ranked light heavyweights. Sobral's 19th. Jardine is 21st. Sobral's going to have a significant weight advantage, and the Blurcast stat picks 6-1 with Paul, the lone backer of Keith Jardine, who is 11-6, 6-0 in Pride, has not lost yet. He's beaten Little Nug, Trey Tellingman, Ryan Gracie, Masanori Suda, Enzo Gracie, and Flavio Luis Mora, as I feel like everyone has just ran through a couple of Gracies at this point. He's had 4 good fights as far as in Pride FC and 2 decent ones, so he hasn't had a bad fight yet. Ronaldo Sobral, on the other hand, who is 5-6, has a losing record in Pride. He's 16-6 overall. He was on a 3-fight losing streak. I mean, granted, those three names: Merlio Ninja Hua, Dan Anderson, and Andrei Semenov, three big names. But beating Rodrigo Huso, though, that was a big time win. And he's beaten Carlos Newton in the past. They both have a beating of Enzo Gracie under their belt. We'll see. This is definitely the Dean of Mean Keith Jardine's biggest challenge today. We'll see how he faces against Ronaldo Sobral as Giant Silva taking on Mark the Super Samoan Hunt. I believe this is on the prelim. This is fucking fantastic. We got a 14-inch reach advantage. Giant Silva 7'2". Mark Hunt, I'm assuming, is 5'10". Yeah. 5'10". 0-3 is poor Mark Hunt. He's finally going to get a win here. Both men winless in their fight careers. In their MMA careers, at least. I mean, Mark Hunt obviously coming from the K1 background. I hope Mark Hunt wins. He has been up against, listen, we've given him tomato can after tomato can with Alexander Zuka and Daniel Puder. And he's lost both of those fights. Granted, they were great fights, but he lost to both of them. He's got to beat Giant Silva. If he loses to Giant Silva, dear God, I'll cry. I need Mark Hunt to be a big part of this. I love the Super Samoan. He's fucking awesome. The other prelim fight, the Korean Ice Pick, Jae-Suk Lim taking on Dan the Outlaw Hardy. As this is the Pride debut for the Korean Ice Pick, as he is got the Blurcast stat picks 5-2. So the slight edge over Dan Hardy. He is 2-1, obviously making his Pride debut. He's fought in Bangrace before this. Dan Hardy, on the other hand, he is 1-1, both being in Pride. They lost to Paul Daly, and they're both their debut fights, so they beat Crossley Gracie at Brazilian Street 01. He's coming here in 2005 against the Korean Ice Pick. This is going to be a great fight for both guys, just to kind of get some more experience under their belts. Let's see how they do, as minus 110 for both guys, so it's too close to call for the people in Las Vegas, as the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style of the Korean Ice Pick, kickboxing background for Dan the Outlaw Hardy, as both, and we'll see if Dan Hardy is going to be on the winning record or on the losing record at the end of this fight. 6 foot tall, 183, 5'11", 183. Let's see if they weighed in the same. From Seoul, South Korea, from Nottingham, England. Big John McCarthy's our referee at judges. There, looks like they're both weighed in at 183. Alright, so there's the bell. Looked like we're about to see a shot from Lim, but Hardy was more aggressive and took the initiative. As Hardy lands a left hand and hits the Korean Ice Pick with a body kick. There's a takedown tip from Jae-Suk Lim. I think I'm just going to call him the Korean Ice Pick. I think just the way kind of Shang Sheng Jung is just basically called the Korean Zombie. I think that's what we're going to... It just kind of gives him a little more creative edge to him, I think. So the Korean Ice Pick. Takedown attempt for him. He gets a hold of a leg, but Dan Hardy remains standing, hopping on the other foot. As the Korean Ice Pick drives Hardy up against the ropes, trying to put him to the ground. He does so. There's an outside leg sweep, sweeping Hardy to the mat, and he pulls half guard. As the Korean Ice Pick now fires with punches, does little in the way of damage. Using an underhook to set it up, Hardy looks to scramble for position. It's a bad choice, though, as the Korean Ice Pick seizes that opportunity to leap forward and secure side control, unloading with right hands, but does fairly minimal damage. Hardy tries to pull guard on Lim, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt, as the Korean Ice Pick now fires away with punches, but Hardy doesn't take any undue damage. As Hardy tries to transition to guard, but he can't manage it. Fires away with punches. Only a few actually get in the way, though, as blocks an attempt to pull guard. Throws a few weak-looking punches as he decides on his next move. He's trying to transition to guard to stand Hardy, but he can't manage it. The Korean Ice Pick has got him calmly and firmly in control of this fight so far, as he tries to pound on Hardy, but all the blows are calmly dealt with, and he's trying to transition to guard again, but he can't manage it. More weak-looking punches. Rinse and repeat the same thing. Some small strikes. Just taking a moment to catch his breath. As there, finally, Big John McCarthy breaks this up, and rinse and repeat as the Korean Ice Pick looking for the takedown. Can't get past the sprawl, though, as Hardy has to give up on the takedown, or as the Korean Ice Pick, rather, has to give up on the takedown, as jab lands from Hardy, but Jae-Suk Lim avoids the low kick that's the setup, and again, the Korean Ice Pick shoots in for the takedown. Can't get past the sprawl. He fails to find home, and the jab that hits a nice straight right hand to Dan Hardy, as he can't connect the strikes, but he hits the right cross that lands hard. There's another takedown attempt, and again, he can't get it, as this time, though, he ends up just hopping on one leg. Does Dan Hardy, as now he's just trying to push him up against the ropes, and now he's just trying to smother him, but Dan Hardy wrestles free and circles back to the center, moves in closer, ready to attack. There's a punch, but the Korean Ice Pick avoided it as he's looking to shoot in. Again, he can't complete that takedown. Dan Hardy was in an awfully terrible, kind of shape for this first round. But now he's definitely going his way. As again, he's stuck up against the ropes this time. They're looking for the trip takedown. Remember when I said that? There's an outside leg trip, takes him right back to the ground, looking for the Kimura. Dan Hardy stops it though, as that's the end of the first round. So definitely standing wise, Dan Hardy has the advantage. Problem is though, it's not going to be enough, as the Korean Ice Pick is just mauling this man. We'll see what happens in the second round. So, moves in closer to Dan Hardy, looking to open up an attack. He connects with a jab, but avoids the big right. There's a left jab, but he finds nothing but there on the big right. There's a left jab while backing away, as does the Korean Ice Pick. Left jab, but the big right hand follows up, misses. Taking a few gulps of breath, Dan Hardy's giving a first hint that he's starting to tire a touch. He can't connect with the jab, hits the Korean Ice Pick with a straight right hand. Is he warily circling, looking for the opening he needs to shoot in. Fails the final jab, but he catches Jae-Suk Lim with a hook. As they can't connect the steps, left jabs, hits the nice straight right hand, scores the two weak flick left hand jabs, does the Korean Ice Pick. There's a combo that ends with a roundhouse body kick, fails to land though for Dan Hardy, can't connect with the setup left jab, hits the beauty of a straight right, halfway point down the second round, confidently moving in closer to Dan Hardy, looking to throw some strikes, connects with a jab, Jae-Suk Lim steps back to avoid the high right head kick, confidently moves in closer and looking to throw some strikes, can't connect with the setup strikes, then lands the big right hand, confidently comes in closer. It looked like he was angling for a takedown attempt, but he couldn't take the initiative. Hits a left jab, then hits Lim with the straight right. Hardy comes in closer on Jae-Suk Lim, looking to unleash some strikes. As he can't connect with the step strikes, there's a straight right, though, as a defensive jab hits from the Korean Ice Pick. As he throws a quick punch, doesn't hit it, though. As Hardy's definitely slowing down, his gas tank's being challenged. Minute left in the second round. Confidently moving closer, looking to throw some strikes. There's another weak tentative jab. There's a left jab and a nice straight right hand from Dan Hardy. There's another shot in. Doesn't get it though, as he's left hopping on one leg, trying to bring up against the ropes. As Dan Hardy takes a hard foot stomp, he's unable to get free, just smothered against the ropes. And there's just a stalemate to the end of the round. Yeah, that round was all Dan Hardy, I think, as far as standing-wise. He kept control. He landed more strikes. It's going to be tough to see who's going to win this one. I wouldn't be upset if it's a split decision win for Dan Hardy. Let's see what happens. So yeah, there's one for Dan Hardy. There's one for obviously the Korean Ice Pick, and one for. All right, so we get a split decision for Dan Hardy. I think that was the right choice. I know it kind of looks like fight metrics-wise. You look at the entire fight, and you see all these strikes landed from Jae-Suk Lim, but that second round was all Dan Hardy. I think if you take the point, at the very beginning, first 4 or 5 minutes of that first round, it was all the Korean Ice Pick. But the last 5 minutes, and I'd say that the rest of the second round, so basically for 10 minutes, Dan the Outlaw Hardy won the fight, won the majority of the fight, so I think he wins the fight outright. It's just the way I think they got it right there. So 2-1 for Dan Hardy, 2-2 is the Korean Ice Pick. It's a big win. That's a nice little fight, though, as Dan Hardy name checks all of his sponsors and thanks all the fans who turn out to support him. Gives a show of respect to his opponent. As the last prelim fight says, someone's going to walk out of here with a win. It is Giant Silva, 7'2", 265 pounds, taking on Mark the Super Samoan Hun, who is 5'10", and is also 265 pounds. Brawling background of Giant Silva, kickboxing background of Mark Hun. Both no team, both no wins. From South Auckland, New Zealand, from Sao Paulo, Brazil, minus 930 plus 740. Someone's going to get knocked the fuck out. Yuji Shimada's a referee. Our judges are ringside. There's the bell. Mark Hunt moves in closer, ready to attack. Can't connect with the step strike, so there's a crunching right hook, though. Appear to be going for a takedown. I did not expect that, but Hunt took the initiative first. There's a punch, but Silva was equal to it. Fails to find home his jab, but they lands the big right hand. Confidently moves in closer, looking to throw some strikes. Looked like he was angling for a takedown attempt, but he couldn't take the initiative. It connects with two left hands, and then there's a nice straight right hand. There's a gash underneath the eye of Giant Silva. Again, looking for the takedown attempt, but he couldn't take the initiative. It fails to find home his jab, but it hits a nice straight right hand that lands hard. There's a tentative left jab. Can't connect with the jab, and it catches Silva with a stunning right hook, and he knocks him out. Giant Silva is knocked out cold, thanks to Mark Hunt, as it's rated good. I think we're going to let I think we're going to let Giant Silva go. Maybe one more fight just to fuck with him, but he's 0-3. I know we kept Mark Hunt around, but he was technically 0-2 in Pride, so we couldn't really affect what he did before this. But it's not looking good. I mean, plus 740, he didn't have a chance, and he's 42 years old. It's time for somebody else to have some someone else book Giant Silva. As Mark Hunt thanks all of his sponsors for backing him, and also thanks his family, friends, and supporters. Asked about the knockout, Mark Hunt says he can rely on his punches and get the job done, and that's a big advantage for him. Now on the main card. First main card, the opener, which is kind of crazy, because this is a hell of a fight. It is the Dean of Mean, Keith Jardine, taking on Ronaldo Sobral, 11-1, 16-6, Luta Libre, Gaito Jutsu, Style Roof Sport, no team for Ronaldo Sobral. The betting lines are minus 180 for Keith Jardine, minus 230, so close. 29 years old, 30 years old, inch difference. Albuquerque, New Mexico, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This is going to be a hell of a fight. I'm excited to see how it turns out. Referee for the bout, Iwani Takewa. As judges at ringside, Sobral weighed in the same as Jardine, but now he's got a significant size advantage. Opening bell, they come together and strike. Sobral hits a left cross. There's a jab from Jardine, also a low kick. As they appear to be going to try and get in close, but Jardine took the initiative. It's a 1-2 from Jardine that fails to land. They come together and engage. Left jab, but misses the roundhouse kick to the body. There's Jardine. There's Sobral with a pair of left jabs, but misses the right hand. Jardine jab lands, but the falling leg kick misses. Missed all the strikes in that combo that ended with a body kick to the Dean of Mean. As Sobral shoots him with a takedown. Unsuccessful though. Sobral gets blocked as Jardine sprawls and steps back safely. There's a 1-2 from Jardine that fails to land. Sobral seizes that chance, grabs Jardine in a clinch as they're trying to push him against the ropes. Can't move him though as he finds himself being out-wrestled. Looking for the trip takedown, doesn't work either. Sobral blocks that, takes control of the grapple again, looking for the Muay Thai clinch. Doesn't manage it though as Jardine slips out of the grapple, gets away with it. As they go toe-to-toe with strikes, but the flurry ends without really any damaging shots. They step in, looking to unleash. There's a quick punch, doesn't hit it though. Jardine doesn't trouble his opponent with a combination ending with a low kick to the legs, initiates exchange of strikes. There's 2 left hands on the counter, throws a quick 1-2 but doesn't land either blow, doesn't trouble his opponent with a combination ending with low kick to the legs. Sobral moves in fast, shoots in on Jardine. There's a great sprawl from Jardine, preventing the takedown, steps in, look to unleash it. There's a punch, but Sobral avoids it though. Takes a few gulps of breath. Jardine's starting to give it the first hint that he's starting to tire touch. They go toe-to-toe again without any fighters really landing a damaging shot. Looked like we were about to see a shot from Sobral, but Jardine again was more aggressive, took the initiative. Can't hit the step left jab. There's Sobral with catches Sobral over the roundhouse, right roundhouse kick to the body. Fails to find home his jab. There's scores with the right cross. Without taking too much damage against Sobral, is able to come in with a clinch on Jardine. Looking to muscle him up. He does so. Now he's got him pinned. Looking to trip him down to the ground. Doesn't work though. Another sweep attempt. Again doesn't work. Third time now. This time he's going to drop down low, grab a hold of a leg. Can't get it either. I mean, Keith Jardine's doing a tremendous job. There's a hard foot stomp. Works enough separation now as Jardine slips out of it back to the center. There's a few gulps of breath from Sobral. He's given the first hint that he's starting to tire touch. There's some strikes. There's a counter jab. There's a left jab from Jardine. There's a straight right. As Sobral shoots him with a takedown again. Another great sprawl. Minute left of the first round. Exchange a few strikes and nothing significant lands. Look for that takedown. Gets a hold of a leg, but Jardine remains standing, hopping on the other foot. Sobral can't get past Jardine, so he settles for pushing him against the ropes. Looking for that trip takedown. Again, he does not get it, and that's the end of the first round. Hell of a performance by Keith Jardine here. It is awfully close, but, I mean, he has shut down every single fucking takedown. 0 for 8 is Ronaldo Sobral. That's embarrassing, but the man has not given up. Jardine, he's just got to get some type of damaging shots in. There's just been nothing but jabs and jabs of kicks. He needs to land a power shot sooner rather than later so he doesn't lose out on this fight and lose out on this performance he's doing. It's now the second round. Jardine lands a left jab, misses the low kick. Again, he doesn't take too much damage. Gets him in the grapple as he can't fight it off. It prevents the knee strike. He's trying to muscle him up. He does so, as now he's got both his opponent's legs trying to take him down the mat, and that does not work. And he turns it, so now he's up against the ropes. As he's trying to keep Sobral up against the ropes with some dirty boxing, but again, Sobral reverses it as he just grabs a leg. Again, he pulls it free. So 0 for 10 on takedowns is Ronaldo Sobral at this point. He's feeling a little fatigued for the first time in this fight. His hands are starting to lower just a fraction, though, as now he's getting, he could feel the fatigue setting in. There's a fly of verbal barrage of trash talk from Ronaldo Sobral. Connects with the jab, but Sobral avoids the big right. As the fighter's looking shattered at this point, should they clinch up rather than do anything, trying to muscle against the ropes. He's got him stuck. There's a sharp stomp. A few short punches to the ribs land as Jardine fights back. He's breathing very hard as Sobral, just trying to go down low, and it's not happening. If it didn't happen at the beginning of this first round, it's not going to happen in the second round with 47 seconds left in the fight. As just preventing him with the boxing skills, and Sobral doing the same thing. Now Jardine's breathing very hard, looking at just trying to keep him there with some dirty boxing, but again, Sobral reverses, and that's the end of that round as well. As you see there, 1 strike landed from Sobral, 6 from Jardine. This was just a chess match between these two grappling-wise. Jardine did a tremendous job, and I think he won the fight. A bit disappointed that they didn't let the leather fly a little bit more, but that's alright. They put on a hell of a performance, I thought. As we got, oh, we're going to have a split, and it's to Sobral. Wow. Felt like that should not have been done there. I felt like the wrong guy won. As Ronald Sobral, what was he, 0 for 11? He didn't land the most strikes. Yeah, I thought Keith Jardine did his part. But the judges ruled in favor of Ronald Sobral. His first loss in the UFC, or about the UFC, Jesus, his first loss in Pride FC, and it's a shitty one too. At that, 11-2 will be Keith Jardine, 17-6 rather will be Ronald Sobral. As he name checks all of his sponsors and the fans turn out to support him, he says he isn't happy about the result. He felt like it should have been a clear decision win. Yeah, maybe for Keith Jardine, not you, pal. As next fight, it is the Crusher, Tetsuya Kawajiri, taking on Tobiken Judan, Aoki, as 8-2-1, 6-1, Tokyo, Japan, Ibaraki, Kanto, Japan. Obviously, you know, the preference of where Tokyo is, as 5'7", 161, 5'11", as 161, Aoki, 22 years old, 27 years old. Kickboxing wrestling style, submission wrestling style with Takada Dojo Abiani, Combat Club, -250, -190 again, plus 190, again, a close one on the betting lines. Big John McCarthy is the referee, our judges, as again, they're fighting from their home crowds tonight, so plenty of supporters for both fighters here, as Aoki deliberately doesn't touch gloves to start this one off. Aoki shoots in for the takedown. There's a sprawl as Aoki is forced down to his hands and knees. He's unable to land many clean shots, but he's pounding away, and now he's just now dealing with doing a great deal of damage as he keeps on pounding away. There's a few powerful shots now. Again, now it goes back to they're not really landing anything with power. Stands up, but it's still under the clinch of Kawajiri. He prevents Kawajiri from hitting a knee. Kawajiri is wanting to take him down to the ground, Aoki's trying to take Kawajiri back down to the ground. He gets pulled down and sucked into a guard position, looking for an armbar from the bottom. Kawajiri fins it off, doesn't give up the arm. Throws a few right hands, takes a moment to plan ahead. There's some right hands again. Aoki confidently deals with them, looking for the armbar from the bottom. And again, Kawajiri blocks it. Throws a few right hands to the body. Some more right hands, takes a moment to plan ahead. There's a fucking triangle choke as Kawajiri defends that well. John McCarthy stands it back up. Aoki trying to go for the takedown. Again, Kawajiri with a great sprawl. Looked like we were about to see a shot from Aoki, but stepped in fast and clinched. It grabs an arm as he tries to pull Kawajiri down to the bottom. He gets Kawajiri, is now trapped in guard, blocks an attempted sweep. So there's a few weak-looking punches, decides on his moves, looking for the triangle choke again. Again, he gets blocked. As Kawajiri is just blocking everything that's thrown at him, but again, it's going to kind of come down to the same mindset of Ronald Sobral. If Aoki keeps on throwing stuff at him, he's probably going to still end up winning the fight. As the square results in Aoki being on his back scrambling, throws a few right hands to the body, looking for an armbar from the bottom. Again, Kawajiri blocks it. 60 seconds left in the fight, or in the first round rather, as Aoki keeps on getting a few punches. Moves to rubber guard mission control, but Kawajiri keeps him at bay. He's wanting to move him down, but again, he keeps him at bay, fires away, punches does a little in the way of damage at the end of the first round. So yeah, that is so many strikes landed from Tetsuya Kawajiri, 72 strikes landed to 0. Aoki 0-5 on submission, 0-2 out of takedowns. Yeah, I feel like even though Aoki was trying to do a lot of shit, it's still Tetsuya Kawajiri is doing a tremendous job and is winning this fight so far, to the point where Aoki's just got to finish the fight to win it. It's not, if it goes to the judges, there's no way Nail's going to win it. Kawajiri right out of the gate, looking for the takedown, he gets it as Aoki's on his back, pulls half guard. Throws a couple punches designed to keep guessing, get some separation in order to try to stand in. And after going out, Kawajiri catches his breath, can then just throw a couple punches to the body. Aoki tries to break free and scramble for a position, but Kawajiri again keeps him trapped. Fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Tries to transition the guard, but can't manage it. Kawajiri tries to pound on Aoki, but none of the blows have any degree of power. Tries to transition the full guard, but can't manage it. Lack of progress being made. Standing back up. He steels himself to attack once more. He's running desperately short of time and needs a finish. Aoki looked like he was angling to take it for a takedown attempt, but couldn't take the initiative. Kawajiri hits a left jab, and then there's a right hand to the body. Can't connect with a jab. There's a right cross. Was angling for a takedown attempt, but he couldn't take the initiative. Lands two left hands, and then catches Aoki with a right hook to the body. There's a nice left jab and a nice straight right hand. 60 seconds left in the round. There's a weak flicked left hand jab. There's a jab hits home from a Kawajiri. Then there's Aoki with a body kick. Shoots in, looking for the takedown again. Another sprawl. Tetsuya Kawajiri proving that he's going to be a force in this lightweight division. What a just phenomenal performance by him. Doing a great job standing in on the ground. He's going to be a problem for a lot of people. As Tetsuya Kawajiri, the crusher, Tetsuya Kawajiri getting the win. Good job there. As 9-2-1 in his Friday debut, 6-2 will be Shinya Aoki as he gives an intro to everyone at the Kato Dojo, all his favorite sponsors and the fans, friends, family, and supporters. Tetsuya Kawajiri says that he's very happy to cap his Pride debut with a win. As now, a heavyweight battle that is just heated rivalry between these two men. Cro Cop, Fabricio Verdum, they have been begging for this fight, and they will finally get it. 6-1 is Cro Cop at 6'2", 235. 3-3 is Fabricio Verdum at 6'4", 235. Kickboxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style. Golden Glory, no team for Fabricio Verdum. Minus 580 for Cro Cop. Plus 460 for Fabricio Verdum. If he takes it to the ground, though, this evens the playing field. He's just got to get there first before he's going to get knocked the fuck out. Big John McCarthy is the referee. Our judges. Fight begins. Obviously, they're not going to touch gloves. We knew that going into this. As he backs him into the corner, this Cro Cop moves into the pocket. Doesn't trouble his opponent with a combination of the body kick. Back into the corner. There's a jab in the exchange from Verdum. There's a can't connect with the jab. It catches Verdum with a left roundhouse kick to the body. Back into the corner. Another counter left hand. Fails to find home his jab, but he hits his left to the body. Some body shots from Cro Cop. I think he just wanted to punish Fabricio Verdum. He's not one to just end it quickly with a head kick. He's trying to actually punish this man. As he steps back into the pocket, another left hook to the body. As exchange strikes, but nothing significant lands. Nothing significant lands again. Oh my god, what a stinker this has turned into. There's a pair of tentative jabs. As he steps in, Cro Cop throws 4 quick punches, 4 of which land, and then catches Verdum with a left hook. As he stands and trades the center ring leader, if I can land a good shot. Again, stocks him back in the corner. There's a jab, it misses. Right jab and a body kick from Cro Cop. They stand and trade, but all shots are either off target or dealt with. Stocks forward again into the corner. There's a counter jab. Right jab and dodges the big left head kick that follows up. That could have been instant death for Fabricio Verdum. There's relaxing the shoulders now. Back into the corner. Misses the left hand. There's a left jab as it lands, but he misses the left body kick. Exchange strikes happens right in the center of the ring, but nothing comes of it. Coolly stocks Verdum back into the corner. Steps into the pocket showing little fear. Can't hit the setup right jab and scores the left to the body. Studying his opponent, looking pretty relaxed and confident at this point. Coolly stalking Verdum so that he's strapped in the corner. Moves inside into the pocket looking to pressure Verdum. Connects with a nice jab and hits Verdum with a body kick. Studies his opponent, looking pretty relaxed and confident at this point. Stand and train in the center of the ring when neither fighter gives or takes any real damage. Stalks forward. Cro Cop backs Verdum up into the corner. Lands a left hand in the exchange. Cro Cop lands a right hand, then lands the left hand. Exchange of strikes comes and goes. Really nothing lands. And again, nothing significant lands. Jesus. Now he's starting to slow down, this Cro Cop, as he steps him back in the corner. It's a left hand from Verdum. He moves in behind 3 quick punches, one of them finding a home. Then Verdum dodges the roundhouse body kick that comes in next. Back into the corner. There's a jab that doesn't connect. And there's a lovely head kick that has rocked him. And he is going to go down fast. And there is a left hand to the jaw. Knocked down. He goes, kneeling beside him now, hammering down punches. The only way they can actually find a couple of them through, he relinquishes side control, stands back up. So obviously, Cro Cop recognizing the danger of Fabricio Verdum on his back and wanting to stand it back up. Flurry of punches from Cro Cop sees two of them land, then there's a roundhouse kick to the body, and that is the end of the first round. I was shocked that he made it out of that head kick first round. Now, I mean, Cro Cop, he's won this round, and he'll probably win the fight unless Verdum just takes him down to the ground immediately out of the second round, or sometime and finishes it on the ground. There's just no way he's going to survive standing. As he can't connect the step strikes as a left hand of the body. But there we go, Verdum shoots in for the takedown. He can't get it though. What a great job by Cro Cop, as he can't get Cro Cop down on the mat, so he sets him up against the ropes. There's a knee strike to the inner thigh, a knee strike to the ribs now. Verdum's doing a great job of these knees. There's another knee strike to the thigh, to the knee of the thigh. There's a hard stomp, just putting all of his weight on him at this point, as there's a stalemate. No progress being made, though, as referee John McCarthy breaks him back up. Another shoot takedown, and again, fucking great job, and then knees him in the fucking face. He's got to be out. Yeah, I mean, what a tremendous job by Mirko Cro Cop. I was thinking if he takes him down to the ground, it's over, and he did everything in his power to stop that. He sprawls and then knees him right in the fucking face and knocks him out. Unbelievable. What a performance by Mirko Cro Cop. What a fight. 7-1 will be Cro Cop. 3-4 will be for Fabricio Verdum. I mean, what is next for Mirko Cro Cop? Obviously, we have the heavyweight Grand Prix coming up. One of the final Grand Prix. We're going to have 2 more Grand Prix and then no more Grand Prix. In 2006 is going to be the heavyweight one. 2007 is going to be the open weight one to just kind of crown the ultimate, Grand Prix champion. Then that'll be it. We'll probably stop with the Grand Prix for a hot minute. And we'll just change some of the rules and stuff like that. But that's just kind of in the future for what's next for Mirko Cro Cop. Or what's next for Fabricio Verdum? I have no idea. He's 3-3. He's he'll be 3-4 now. He's 1-3 in Pride. We've given him some easy ones. He still hasn't really gotten it. We just gotta give him somebody else, maybe someone else that can kind of give him a more even fight. But giving thanks, Mirko Cro Cop praises his team at Golden Glory, his various sponsors and fans turn out to support him. So the next fight, it is the Croatian sensation, Pat Militich, taking on the Ronin, Carlos Newton, 27-9-2, 15-9-1. Wrestling boxing background of the Croatian sensation, Pat Militich, Dragon Ball Jiu-Jitsu of the Ronin, Carlos Newton, as plus 100, minus 110. 37-year-old is Pat Militich, 29 years old is Carlos Newton. Our referee, our judges, the weight in about the same, but now Carlos Newton is a significant weight advantage now. Opening bell, they touch gloves. Looked like they were gonna angling for a grappling, but couldn't take the initiative. Carlos Newton, there's Militich hits a left jab and then hits a nice straight right hand. Now again, another left hand, another right hand. Fails to find home his jab and again hits Newton with a straight right. He's doing a great job of these right hands, the right and lefts. Gets in close, they clinch. He looks like he's gotten the better of the clinches, Militich. He's trying to muscle the conserves. He does so. Looking to sweep him. As he does no answer for it. There's a beautiful slick trip as he is now in side control. He blocks a tentacle guard. Inside control, there's a couple punches designed to keep, just a couple punches to the body. More shots, but all the blows are commonly dealt with. And trying to move the guard, but Militich isn't allowing it. Militich is doing a great job. Trying to pound on him, but it doesn't allow it. Trying to transition the guard, can't manage it. Fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Tries to pull guard on Militich, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. As Iwan Takawa stands it back up, come together and clinch. As again, Militich gets the better of the clinch, trying to push up and conserves. He can't do it though. Carlson defends it well. Hits Newton with a big knee strike in the grapple, looking to muscle up against the ropes. He does so. He's got him pinned, looking for the foot stomp, but Newton works enough separation to slip out and circle back into the center. Neither fighter can land a significant strike. Again, neither fighter can do it. Militich again moves in closer to open up a strike. There's a weak flicked left-hand jab from Carlos Newton. Can't connect with the step strikes. There's a nice straight right hand. Still moving well, but definitely breathing a little deeper as Pat Militich. There's a jab that hits home. Then it's Newton with a straight right. Quick exchange of strikes does not produce any damage. A minute left in the first round. Fails to find out his jab. It hits a nice straight right hand that lands hard. They start clinching. Wrestling seems to get the advantage. Trying to muscle up against the ropes. He does so. Trying to get a takedown. He blocks it to Carlos Newton. That's the end of the first round. And that was all Pat Militich. That is a tremendous round for him. A man who's got his job on the line. Is fighting like his job is on the line. It's now a final round. Both fighters getting close. They get into clinch. Seems to get the advantage. Looking to muscle him up. Isn't going anywhere though. Using his wrestling skills, Militich is trying to push Newton up against the ropes. He's out-wrestles him though. This Carlos Newton now looking for the trip takedown. He can't get it. Hits Carlos Newton with a big knee strike to the body. as he gets caught with a knee strike to the body, as Carlson is they trying to grapple some more. As now Newton's backs end up against the ropes looking for the takedown. He gets it. There's a quick inside leg trip. Trying to get past it. But he passes the guard, but Newton was ready for it. Starts to scramble. Manages to come out on top, which Militich pulling half guard. That's a great job by Carlson. Now he's trying to get side control. He passes it, but doesn't have time to secure it, so another scramble, which ends up him being in half guard. So now he's throwing a few shots to the body. He uses an underhook to work some separation, then quickly scrambles. And again, Carlson is just too quick for him. Gets caught in side control. Fires off a few punches, doesn't take any undue damage. Trying to transition with that as he's looking very tired. That's the end of the round. As we look at this round a little bit more closer, it's, I still think Pat Militich won, but I think it's going to be close. Maybe it will be a split, but I think just it was enough time for Carlos Newton to really do his thing. That second round, it was all him, but, yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Yeah. Yes, the Croatian sensation, Pat Militich saves his job, 28-9-2, 15-10-1 is Carlos Newton, as now he has punched his ticket, as he will be taking on, hopefully, Matt Hughes. We might not get it, as I think they might be close friends. Let's see here. Yeah, usually sometimes they don't take those fights. We'll see, though. Maybe we can sway them. Croatian sensation. Maybe we won't have to worry about that if Tetsuji Kato beats him again. As thanks everyone connected to Militich Trading Systems for the fight. And his sponsors for supporting him financially. Says he has a lot of respect for Carlos Newton and praises Toughness. So the co-main event, Alistair the Demolition Man Overeem taking on Ice Cold Igor. As the co-main event, 8-4, 46-8-1, no contest, 5'8", 235, 6'5", 240. As the Netherlands, the Ukraine, Muay Thai, kickboxing. This is going to be awesome. The betting line's minus 500 for Alistair Overeem, taking on a former Pride Heavyweight Champion in Ice Cold Igor, plus 350. He has been on borrowed times, but I wouldn't count on Ice Cold Igor. I have too much respect for the man to count him out like that. As the referee for this bout, Yuji Shimada, judges. Pre-fight stare down, which is basically comical. Is 5'8", Ice Cold Igor has to tower, looking up to Alistair Overeem at 6'5". Round one begins. They don't touch gloves. They engage. There's a right hook that misses and leaves it wide open for a counter with a good left jab and a good right hand. As again, Overeem dodges the right hand and counterattacks with a quick left jab and a low kick. He's doing a great job. That big reach advantage is evident there, with Alistair Overeem doing a great job with counter striking. As again, Ice Cold Igor misses the right cross that leaves him over for the counter. There's a left jab and a kick to the leg as they engage. As Overeem misses the left jab, as he hits a left roundhouse kick to the body. Igor uses the left jab, but has a right hook block. Standing trade strikes with neither land anything damaging. Man, they are just doing a whole lot of striking that's not really landing. There's a going for the left kick. There's a 1-2 from Overeem. Uses the left jab and also a leg kick to the leg. There's a great right hook from Ice Cold Igor. As two fighters strike, but without success, is well off the target with a head kick. Is Overeem. Igor throws some punches, but a low kick to Overeem dodges the former and smartly checks the latter. Two fighters engage, fools Igor with a feint as Overeem dodges the right hand and counterattacks with a powerful right head kick that knocks him out cold with that one. What a tremendous head kick for Alistair Overeem. What a tremendous victory, as he is now 9-4. 46-8-1, no contest for Igor. It's rated good. 340 in the first round, a knockout head kick. It sucks because I think Igor's not going to be able to be in the heavyweight Grand Prix because of this fight, because that's going to start, I think, March, and it's October, and it usually takes around 6 to 8 months, maybe even 9 months, to get back after getting knocked out like a head kick like that. So that sucks, but, Alistair Overeem, with a big win going into that Grand Prix, should do really, really well for him. As giving thanks to Alistair Overeem, praises his team at the Golden Glory and his various sponsors, the fans who came out to support him. He's celebrating the win. Overeem brags about laying his opponent out and warns that he can knock anyone in the world out. So the main event for the welterweight title, it is Matt Hughes taking on Tetsuji Kato, 28-3, 24-6. Wrestling background, Shuto background, plus 120, minus 160. Very, very close betting odds. Sadayama, Hillsboro, Illinois. 31 years old, 28 years old, 5'9", 5'7", 170, 183. So the bigger, taller, stronger Matt Hughes is going to take on Tetsuji Kato. We'll see what happens. It didn't bode well for Matt Hughes last time. We'll see if he can avenge that loss here tonight. for the welterweight title. Big John McCarthy, the referee. Ringside judges roar from the crowd as Tetsuji Kato enters. He's from around here. Does some shadow boxing during his entrances, loosening up. There's the bell. They touch gloves. Come together and start wrestling for an over-under position. Manages to keep control of that position. Look for the takedown. He gets it. There's a sweep. Outside leg sweep to be exact. As he sweeps it out on the ground, he's left on his back pulling guard. Throws several small strikes at Kato, but he's always keeping close by the body contact, so he has no space to work with. Looking for an arm bar from the bottom. He can't secure it, though, as he fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Pulls Hughes close and scores a couple short punches to the side of the head on that one. As, perhaps wary of the submissions, Matt Hughes keeps extremely tight to Kato, peppering him with short strikes. Kato pulls Hughes down and close and hits him with a couple of short punches to the side of the head. Fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Tries to pull Matt Hughes as Tetsuji Kato in close and peppering out short strikes, but he can't do it. Throws some minor strikes. Tries to sweep Hughes, doesn't get anywhere with it. Stalemate leads to John McCarthy standing him back up. They clinch, they're jacking for position. Matt Hughes seems to get the advantage, trying to scoop him up for a slam. He does, gets the slam, and he gets side control of it. There's some right hands. Tetsuji Kato deals with him comfortably. Blocks Kato's transition the guard. Uses side control to hit a knee just above the hip. Pounds away with punches, but can't quite land anything with any power, though. Tries to transition the guard, but he can't manage it. Throws a few strikes, clearly just slowing things down and catch his breath. Pounds away with right hands. Tries to transition the guard, but he can't manage it. Hughes pounds away, but Kato isn't troubled by the strikes. Tries to move the guard, but Hughes doesn't allow it. Lengthy stalemate period results in the referee standing both back up. The two fighters get up close and start wrestling for position. Hughes is the aggressor in the clinch, trying to sweep him down to the floor. Blocks the attempted sweep by keeping a solid base. Getting a good grip now. Matt Hughes looking to wrestle him down with a takedown again. Tetsuji Kato doing a great job. Loses that control of Kato, who breaks free, and they circle back. They get in close again now, as Matt Hughes manages to aggressively get a good position in the clinch. Looking for a slam again. He gets him, slams it, pulls guard. Throws several small strikes at Kato, but again, always keeping close by the contact, so there's no space to work with. Pulls him in close, a couple of short punches to the side of the head, as he's not allowing his opponent any room to work with submissions-wise. Matt Hughes keeps close contact, throws some short, stinging strikes, as he applies a double underhook, keeps Matt Hughes from launching any attacks. Perhaps aware of the submission, though. Again, he's not wanting to get caught from the armbar from the bottom, but that's your end of your first round. As Matt Hughes has landed 61 strikes, 3 out of 5 takedowns, 6 strikes from Tetsuji Kato. This has not been close at all, but it just takes one armbar to end it. It's not over until the fucking bell rings with Tetsuji Kato. Fighters getting close, they clinch. Matt Hughes manages to aggressively get a good position as he's trying to trip him. As he does so, excellent outside leg trip as he sweeps him. He's still worried about the submission threat, keeps it very tight against Tetsuji Kato, trying to sweep, but he can't do it. Clings very tightly to Tetsuji Kato while using short strikes, clearly just trying to minimize the submission threat. Doing a great job there. There's a few right hands, takes a moment to plan ahead, just keeps him smothering. Some more minor strikes. Again, just keeping him in control, looking for the armbar from the bottom. He gets it! Tetsuji Kato taps him out with the armbar. Matt Hughes, you cannot beat this man, Tetsuji Kato, with the armbar. And he wins this one. He is your welterweight champion once again. Matt Hughes is gonna lose sleep over Tetsuji Kato. 28-4 is now Matt Hughes. 25-6 is Tetsuji Kato. Matt Hughes has lost 4 times. And he has lost to Dennis Allman. He's lost to Karo Parisian in UFC 45. And he's lost to Tetsuji Kato now twice. He just can't catch a break. He cannot catch a break against the man of the hour, Tetsuji Kato. Unbelievable. The armbar out of nowhere, giving thanks to Tetsuji Kato. Praises team at Presta, his various sponsors, and the fans who came out to support him. Tetsuji Kato shows off his Pride welterweight title belt and says he intends to be the champion for a very long time. His critical rating is 64. We will take it. As commercial rating 95, we'll gladly take it. What a card, what a show, when we have a new welterweight champion just like that. Submission from the bottom, that fucking armbar. He did it again. Unbelievable. Matt Hughes, he can't beat him. He just can't beat him. He can maul everybody else in the welterweight division, just not Tetsuji Kato. So now it's set. We got Tetsuji Kato versus Pat Militich at whenever that fight can happen. As my God, unbelievable that he just can't beat him. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Maybe it's gonna be Unbreakable. Maybe American Bushido 10. Who knows? Maybe Bushido in Osaka too. A lot of different places we can have that happen at. Guess we can just look real quick at the welterweight division. Absences. Let's see. As Matt Hughes is the 20 days, and then Pat Miller's 27 days. So yeah, no. So I mean, but they can fight as early as January. I mean, we can have them at Unbreakable, at Pride 31 Unbreakable, or at one of these Bushido shows. Who knows? But thank you all for watching, as another episode is in the books, 50 down, and presumably 50 more to go. I don't know when we're gonna stop this damn thing, but it's been a hell of a ride, and the ride keeps on going. As thank you all, and we'll catch you guys next time for what will be American Bushido 9, which, interesting card, no titles on the line, but Alex Siebling, Ron Faircloth. It is a strong main event, according to this, as both Midwest boys fighting in Ohio. We got obviously Mark Coleman and Kevin Randleman on the card. So we gotta represent the Midwest on this American Bushido 9 card. As we'll catch you guys then for next Monday for that card for episode 51. Take care, everyone.